Welcome back to CDK Angus. I'm Chad Bicker. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Keep those questions coming. I've been getting a lot of these questions. Chad, what's the difference between grain-fed beef or grass-fed beef? Great. Good questions. I really want to take some time to come down here to the local butcher. Thanks, Devin, with AJ's Lean and Made Beef, for letting us come down here to the actual butcher shop to really get a good understanding of why grain-fed or grass-fed and what would be better for you. I'm not telling you which one's better or the other. Each one's going to be a little bit different. Let's get into it. This one here is what you would call as a ribeye. Right away you're like, wow, that's totally different. This here is actually your grain-fed. It's thinner. It's 3/4 inch cut. Why? Because you're going to have the marbling and all that white stuff that you see in here on the steak. That actually makes it the juiciness, the tenderness, okay? That sits on a grill and will be able to remain juicy and tender. So you can cut it at 3/4 inch thick. Look how much bigger it is. The difference on a grass-fed beef, you see the red? The red on this one was brought in 2 weeks ago, the grain-fed. This one was brought in last week, so it's gonna be a little red. As it sits here in dry ages, it's gonna get a little more pink. The thickness is another thing. Right away you look at the thickness of this grass-fed, you want it thick. 1 1.25 inches is normally what you want to cut on this because you want to remain that juiciness in there. The problem with it being lean is it's going to could get dry when you set it on the grill, so you want to have that thicker cut. 3/4 inch, 1 1.25 inches, so you got to be careful on that, okay? Let's talk about this. 95% of the cattle that come into the butcher shops or across America is grain-fed. You're going to see these, they're saturated fat. It's the same fat that you get on an avocado or an olive oil. It's very healthy for your heart. So this is a very good for you and your family. This over here is going to be less calories, and then what ends up happening is your omega-3 is 5 times better than what you have on your grain-fed. So both of them are very good for you and very healthy for you and your family. The grass-fed beef is going to end up being in a situation where you're going to have to feed it for 24 to 30 months. This one here was my grain-fed beef from CDK. We ended up having this one was 17 months old, about 1,300 pounds when we brought it in here to AJ's Lean and Made Beef. So you can see, as any business, if you got to have this animal sit around your farm for a whole nother year, you're going to have more input costs, more risk, more health potential issues with your animals. So you got to cover those. That's why you see maybe the price is a little bit different from one beef to the next. The price is not more for grass-fed than grain-fed because it's healthier, better for you. It's ultimately, you think about all your input costs and all your costs to raise that animal. That's why you see it. 5% of the beef that come through here or through the butcher shop is going to be grass-fed. Now, I hope that answers your questions. Continue ththose questions coming at cdkangus.com. I hope you're getting a good understanding how this food comes to your plate and what you're putting in your body. I'm Chad Bicker with CDK Angus. Until next time.